See what's going on, man. What's good? What's good? Salute to all my people, man. Much love to everybody. Ah, man. Yeah, so just ran across this little this story, and yeah, it's sad. Apparently, a 5-year old was killed in a high speed chase with police in Jacksonville, Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Um, After her mother took her quote unquote hostage allegedly from her foster parent, who was also the mother's sister. It ended in a tragic way. The little girl was, they crashed into a lake, and they were able to save the mother, but unfortunately, the little girl, whose name was Vanity, did not survive. They were not able to pull her out or get to her in time, and she wound up dying. And it's real sad, yo. It just is. It's the mother, they said, suffered from mental health, and she, basically, I guess, attacked the sister allegedly, and basically, she attacked the sister and took her daughter back forcibly. They say at knife point, and they wound up getting into the chase. And this speaks to the mother having mental illness problems. A lot of people, they're saying that she has a long history of mental illness, that she's had several run-ins with the law. Her daughter's 5 years old, and I think for the last 2 years she's been living with the aunt. So this lady had problems, but anybody that's a parent, I think, can empathize and understand that hurt that you have, when your kid, they take, you're not with your kid. If your kid is sick around you, your kid is just a different. It's just different when they're sick, when they're hurt. Um, there's no limit to, I think, what a parent will do to make their kid feel better, or to save their kid, or to be with their kid. This lady, I'm sure that they say she had bipolar disorder, all this other stuff, and schizophrenia, and I'm sure that taking her daughter probably made those things a lot worse. You know, I don't know. This is a touchy one, and it touches, it hits home, for me, because I understand what that lady feels. When you have DCF or ACS or whatever they call them in your neck of the woods, which is the baby snatchers, or the fucking state at your door trying to take or just butt into your life, and mess with your children. It's one of the most upsetting, scary, and painful things that anybody can ever go through. And for a person that is not mentally all there, I can only imagine how much worse and how much more it impacts you, because that's the last thing that you want to think about, is your child or children being possibly taken or removed from your house. Scariest thing you could ever go through, in my opinion. And yeah, so I'm not gonna sit here and point the finger at the lady and say, she was dead wrong. I know that she regrets the actions and the results of the actions now, but her mind state, she probably just had enough. This was a lady that, already had mental issues. You took away her daughter. I didn't know, the article didn't say if she had more than one kid, but from what I'm understanding, I guess this is her. They made it seem like this is her only child. So mothers, especially, they got that mama bear instinct. You know what I mean? What's good, Paulie Walnuts, yo? Shout out to checking, man. Much love and respect. Um, you know, Mothers have that mama bear instinct where, if you try to hurt that kid, good luck. I mean, even though the most passive women, if you threaten their child, you'll see the devil come out of them, because they just have that instinct. You know what I mean? And the fathers are the same way, but I feel like the mothers are they're connected in a way that the fathers can never be connected. You know, we love our children. I love my children. I love all my children. But it's not the connection. You know what I mean? Yeah, I appreciate you, Paulie. I appreciate you. I'm trying, man. It's my second live. Thanks for checking in with me, bro. Um, like I said, this connection that the women, that mothers have with their children is a lot deeper, a lot more intimate than the men. Because obviously they they nurtured them. They were a part of them for 9 months or however many months, whether they were premature or whatever. That baby was grown within them. They fed them. They were hungry when they were, like they fed them. They nurtured them. Yeah, what's good, DBN, my guy? What's going on, buddy? Yeah, man. So look, like I said, this is something that really I understand her. I understand why she, I know that the result is awful, and God bless this little girl. It's unfortunate, it's sad, it's heartbreaking that this little girl lost her life. And I know that her mother, no matter what, they're charging her with vehicular manslaughter, obviously evading, all these other charges. They're going to try to put her away for life. And I know that they could give her 1,000 years. It's not gonna even matter at this point because she lost her child. And I'm sure that this lady is probably going to try to kill herself. Who knows? Like I said, man, even a perfectly quote unquote healthy, mentally healthy person. You know what I mean? I took your advice, bro. You told me, put in that work. That's the only way it's gonna get, better. So, shout out to my boy Dirty Bronx Neighbor, yo. You're a good dude, real one. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't care if you have completely a clean bill of health and you're mentally stable, quote unquote. You take the children from those people, whether it be a mother, a rich mother, or a poor father, a rich father, it doesn't matter. If they love those kids, man, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like, I know any real father, any real mother is gonna jump in front of a bullet, a car, anything in front. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it's just different when it comes to the kids, man. When it comes to the kids, it's people don't, you'll get hurt over people's kids, man. Yeah, man, you know that. Boogie down. You know what it is, man. Much love, man. The Bronx in the building, man. Word. New York City, stand up. Everybody, man. This is, we broadcasting live and we here for everybody, man. But, you know, it's always gonna be love when it comes to the Boogie Down Bronx and New York City and all that stuff. So but yeah, man, we're talking about this girl, and I want to know y'all reaction. And I didn't really give you all the details, but I gave you the broad rundown of it, which was the lady went and basically ran down on her sister, who was the caretaker of her daughter, took her at knife point, jumped in the car, tried to boogie with her, and the cops ran down on her. She refused to stop, and they wound up getting into a high speed chase where she ultimately crashed into a pond, and she survived, and the baby didn't. And anybody that got kids, I just want to know how y'all feel, and understand that this lady was not mentally stable. They took her kids from her, and I'm not making excuses for her. I'm not. I understand that what the result of the thing that she did was tragic, but I get the mind state, because let's talk about this, that whether it's DCF, ACS, whatever they call them around your way, the people that come to check on your kids and possibly remove them from your home and all that, they claim that was in Jacksonville, Florida, my guy. Word, Jacksonville, Florida. A little Spanish girl too. It doesn't even matter. I don't care if it was an alien. It's awful. You feel me? It just hurts. It hurts. But this thing about, like, when they come for your kids, man, they claim, and I'm not one of these people. I promise you, I'm not one of these people that blames everything on white people, whatever. But for us, for the people of color, for the Latinos, the Black community, and other communities, they are very, very, very quick. It is horrible, my guy. It's awful. They're very quick to remove our children. They're very quick to say that we are unfit to raise our children and place them in other homes that they feel are fit, which in most cases, a lot of the time, are white families. Like I said, I've seen a lot of white foster parents, and God bless them, because some of these people are really saving these kids that really are coming from bad situations, that are coming from homes where they were being abused, or people were using drugs in front of them, or they were just in dangerous, awful situations, and they're being saved by these people. But then there's other cases where these children have loving parents that, for whatever reason, fell on hard times, whether they had an argument, whatever the case may be, they come and remove these children from loving parents, and it's hard, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Frank White, salute, man. Word. ACF BCW in the past has failed horribly on checking up on welfare. It's a fact. It's a fact. And like I said, what I will say is, when it comes to our communities, when I say like the minorities and the black and brown communities, they are really quick to remove our children. They have like a low to no tolerance with us. Whereas I see in a lot of white people's cases, these people, I've seen it personally, where people are crackheads, people are dope fiends, and they will make every effort to reunite these people with their children. And I'm not saying that if they get their life together and they really take it serious to get their kids back, that they shouldn't get their children. But they are way more understanding and more they give them way more leeway and just let them rock a little bit more than us. They make Spanish and black people jump through all type of whole hoops and everything to get their children back. You know what I mean? Because they look at us as second class human beings. You know that. That's a fact. That's what I'm trying to see. You already know what it is, and that's what I'm saying, DBN. Like, they look at us as different. They look at us like we don't know how to raise our children properly, so they have to help us. And that's not the case. That's not the case. I see it, right? Like, yo, this is my guy right here. Like, I see him. I know DBN personally, and just know that I know him personally, and I've seen this man grow a lot. And just knowing what I know about him now, as far as his family structure and the things that he's doing, salute. This dude came a long way, and I respect that, because this is a man that came from where I come from nothing, from really, from the dirt, you know what I mean, and was out here ripping and running and acting like a fool, but he had his kids, settled down, grown man shit. Salute, and that's what I say. Like, people don't. Frank White, what's poppin', baby? You know what it is, man. Yo, yeah, man. So, yo, shout out to DBM, man. Shout out to all the real dudes and all the real women that really take care of their kids. It's not a race thing. It's not a class thing. It's a love thing. These children are the future of us. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, we from the bottom. Like, these children are to be nurtured and loved, and too many times I see this, like, they take our kids and they give them to other people, and they don't give us a fair shake. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? When you look at it and you see the statistics, they really it's scary. You know what I mean? It's scary when you're a person of color and you have them knock on your door, because in all likelihood, and I'm not talking about New York City and shit. New York City, you know what? More than likely, if we don't, yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. New York City, inner cities, you might have a black person knock on your door, a Puerto Rican lady, a Puerto Rican man, a black man, or whatever the case may be. Somebody's gonna look at you and understand where you're coming from, and understand that you're not a bad person. Because you live in the hood, you're not a bad person because you're poor. You know what I mean? And they're not looking to, off the rip, just take your kids from you. But when you go to these towns, like, even though Jacksonville is a city, I'm willing to bet. Jenny, yo, what's good, baby? You know what it is, man. That's my peoples right there, for real, for real. The love even gets stronger when we have grandkids. Trust me, I have. Yo, shout out to your grandkids, Paulie Walnuts, man. God bless them, and God bless you for being alive to be in their lives. But when you live in these little rural areas, everything's good, man. Now that you hear everything good, Jenny, yo, you know I fuck with you, man. You always show me like the utmost, so you know what it is, man. We locked in. But so look, so what I'm saying is when you live in these little rural areas, when you live in the little outskirts in fucking Illinois or in Connecticut or in Massachusetts or Virginia, and you're a person of color, and these, oh my, yo, SB, what up though? Much love, man. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Yo, word everything, yo. SB, good looking, bro. Um, when they come to knock on your door, it's usually white people, and they're gonna look at you like you're a criminal and like you're unfit first. That's how they're gonna look at you. That's how they're gonna portray you. That's how they're gonna try to sell it to their supervisors instead of looking at it and saying, well, you know, whatever, and giving you the benefit of the doubt. You'll never, or next to never, get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to two white people coming to your door. And like I said, I don't want to sound like this. I'm just saying this is the way that it goes. They look at us as different. We was raised wrong though, Brody. Truth be told, we need to be the ones to break that cycle. Of course, and I see you. That's what you're doing, bro. I see you, and that's why I give you the utmost respect for what you're doing. And I'm trying to do the same thing. And I think a lot of us are. A lot of us, yo, one thing I'm gonna give my generation that I really see, like the 80s babies, the 70s babies, the 90s babies, like the people that, if you know, that are within our age range, I think that we are taking the initiative to break the cycle. Yeah, we were buck wild back in the day. Hell yeah, niggas was running around crazy in the 90s and in the 2000s and all that shit. But I say, like, now I see a lot of us really, really doing good. And especially as far as fathers and mothers and all this shit, like we've been through it. We know what it is. You know what I mean? And we came out the other side, and now we're trying to, you know, we're trying to be the best versions of ourselves for our children, which is the whole point of parenthood anyway. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to drop the ball every now and again. But you always got to pick yourself back up and try to do what's best for them. That's how it goes. There's no other way. And I see for the most part, I think a lot of us are doing that. I think a lot of us are really trying our best to be the best versions of ourselves for our children and try to break the chain, like DBN said. That's a fact. But unfortunately, to other people, they look at us and they're going to look at a dude like DBN, who I know got a record. I got a record. In some cases, even your girl be having a record. You know what I mean? You already, yo, you ain't got to tell me, bro. You know that. You know I know. But you look at it and you say, well, look, a dude like DBN, he got a record. You know, in some cases we go and our girls have a record because it be like that. You know what I mean? It just be like that. And they look at it and they be like, yeah, I know you got a nasty record. And they look at it and they say, this motherfucker got a record. His girl got a record. And that's all they see. From then on in, you are guilty until proven innocent. They are looking to remove your kids from your custody. They're doing everything they can. And if you do a little more research, you understand that they get paid to take your kids from you. In a lot of cases, they get grants. They get all type of shit. Jenny, you know, I know, you know, it be like that. And it don't mean that you're a bad person. It means that we made mistakes along the way of life. No, show me a person that didn't make a mistake. Show me a person that didn't need a second chance. Nobody's perfect. I only believe there was one perfect existence in this world, and that was Jesus. That was it. Other than that, everybody got it. You know what I mean? We all got a little bit of taints on our record. And that's okay, because we still here and we still fighting to try to fix what we did yesterday and fix what we did 10 years ago and try to move forward and pass on our wisdom and our blessings to these young ones, man. That's why this YouTube shit, people utilize it in a wrong way, I think. You know what I mean? This is a way for people to really speak their mind and touch other people's ears and understand and get some understanding out there, man. You know what I mean? It's just is what it is. You know, so I look at it like, man, people that are trying, God bless them. But you gotta understand, we look at it different from from other people. Other people come and they look at us and they look at our records and they look at the way our upbringing, or and they automatically assume and their first reaction is to take our kids from us. Meanwhile, there'll be a white couple that is on drugs or argues a lot or does whatever, and they will give them a second and third chance. Meanwhile, you get one chance to fuck up, and they come and take your kids. Now, I ask anybody. I know DBN got kids. Paulie Walnuts got grandkids. Got them. Jenny, you got like. As a parent, if somebody takes your kid from you, I already know what's going down. Like I already know the mental state that is gonna leave you in. It's gonna be you're gonna see red. That's all you're gonna see is red. Especially if you know you're right. And like I said, this lady had mental issues. She had mental problems where she was, diagnosed with all type of bipolar depression, all type of craziness. I get it. It's schizophrenia, all type of shit. But even a sane person, you take their kid from them, thank you, Jenny. Guns blazing. There's no words. You don't need to, you know what I mean? If you work for the government, NYPD, social workers, parole officers, you a piece of shit. Queen's finest. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna say this, man. There are good people everywhere in all branches of life, and even in the government. There are, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I have ran across some NYPD that was not on bullshit. You know what I mean? And social workers, I can't speak. Parole officers, man, don't get me started on them. But there's good people everywhere, Queen's Finest. You know what I mean? There's good people everywhere. But I understand what you're saying. I understand the anger. You know what I mean? Like I feel the same way, and to a certain extent, I feel the same way. I say that 90% of them are on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? There's always good people in everywhere because there are people that really do want you to fucking do good. You know what I'm saying? But the overwhelming majority, you're right, Queen's Finest. I can't argue with you on that point. But it's just it's the way that this world works, man. They look at us like we not fit, like we don't know what the fuck we doing. We know how to raise your kids better than you do. We're not allowed to make mistakes. This woman, for whatever reason, had her kid taken from her. I'm not saying that the kid wasn't better off or whatever, but I'm just saying the state of mind that this lady was in probably pushed her over the edge. And it wasn't like she was over in a foster family that she don't even know. This was her sister that was raising her. This is the type of shit that break up families. This is the type of shit that make you want to go crazy when it comes to children, especially, like I said, especially for a mother. A mother that loves her kids is the most. You try to hurt that kid, that's your ass. That's your ass. My mom's probably the most peaceful person I know. But I know if somebody was to try to hurt me when I was a kid in front of her, it's going up on a Tuesday. It's going crazy. Because she's not having that. And no mother is. No mother, no parent is. Well, I'm a full-time parent. I wouldn't know how to conduct myself without my children. That's what made me do the 180. Sure. Salute. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact, man. And he got beautiful kids, man. God bless him. God bless his family. Word. God bless the change in the man. Like when it's different when you know the person and where they were to where they are. You know what I mean? Like when you understand where they came from, what they had to overcome, all the bullshit they were going through, and then to see them come out clean on the other side, man, shit is bananas, man. It's a beautiful thing to see. It really is. Moms would have went ape shit. I already know. They take the kids to have strangers do even more wicked shit to them in their foster homes, but then claim they were, that's a fact. Because a lot of, there's some sick people on the fuck in the world, B. Like, that's why I don't even post my kids on no social media. I rarely post my kids. You know why? Because you don't know. And like, let's be for real. Who on their Instagram knows everybody on their Instagram? You don't know everybody on your Instagram. You don't know everybody on your Facebook. You accepting friend requests and sending them out and doing all this shit. You don't know who the fuck they're. For all you know is a catfish. For all you know is a pedophile looking at your kids doing some wicked shit. And like Queen's Finest just said, they'll put your kid in a situation where, God forbid, somebody touches your kid. Somebody's abusing your kid mentally, physically, emotionally. All in the name of they were trying to save them from you. trying to save them from the person that loves them most. Now, I'm not saying that every parent is fit to be a parent, because there are some piece of shits out there, and we hear it all the time, where a parent kills their kid, or lets a man or lets a woman abuse their kid, or just there's a bunch of them out there. I'm not talking about them, but I think that the overwhelming majority of parents love their kids. Do they need help? Are they misguided sometimes? Do they need some sort of, you know what I'm saying, backing, some sort of government funded programs to maybe help them understand how to cope with their children, especially if they have special needs children or something like that? Yes, absolutely. And that's what ACS, DCF, all these other child services are supposed to provide. Their first instinct shouldn't be to take our children from us. That's not what they should be thinking off the rip. Their instincts, blessings to you, man. Blessings to you, Kumba. Rich Martinez, salute, my guy, salute. You know, their first instinct shouldn't be to take our children from us. It should be to try to get us the help that we need to understand how to deal with our children, to understand how to be better parents. But far too many times we see their first instinct is to remove the kids from us, take them from us, put them in another place. Where do you understand? Like, go back to being a kid, go back to being an 8-year-old. This was a 5-year-old girl. Now she got put with her aunt, so it's not that much of a big shock. But picture being 5 years old, if you could, and you picture being 7, whatever you want to go, whatever age you want to go back to, and them taking you from your mother and your father, or whoever you were living with, your grandmother, whoever you were, whoever was in your life and loved you enough to raise you. Picture them taking you from them and putting you with a complete fucking strange family that you don't know from a can of paint. Do you understand how fucked up that shit would make you in your head? Like, as an adult, if they took you as an adult and put you on a plane and dropped you off in fucking Iran, where you don't know nobody, you don't know how to order food, you don't know, that's a culture shock and a fucking crazy experience for a fucking grown-ass person, much less a little kid. So their first instinct should not be to remove the parents. If I'm an ACS worker and I come in the house and there's 3 little kids, and maybe the house is a little messy. I'm not talking about walking into a place that it looks like one of them places on Hoarders where it's just disgusting shit everywhere and all that. Now I got to look at you and maybe take your kids. But if I walk in there and there's a fucking, a few toys laying around, you could tell there's 3 little kids, so they're running around fucking the house up like little kids do. And you got a mother in there trying her best. My first instinct, me as a human being, not even as an ACS worker, as a human being, will be to try to help that woman, to try to offer her services, to try to better her situation and her kids. But a lot of the time, they look at that situation and say, young mother or whatever, a mother of however many kids, 3 kids, 2, 3 kids, especially if she's of color, their first instinct is to take them kids from you, man. Their first instinct is to take them kids from you, man. They not playing not even a little bit with you. Police worry more about taking kids away from the home and attempted window tickets and solving missing kids and murder. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? For real. The police, more often than not, they're worried about a lot of shit. Now, I'm not saying, like, when you in the town, when you in Chicago, places like that where it's just going berserk, they got a lot of shit to deal with. But there's a lot of cops that really don't be doing shit. Like you said, they just be looking to fuck with people's lives. You know what I'm saying? And they be worried about the wrong shit. And there is a big, huge statistical problem being with the children's sex trafficking, with all type of abuse, and just all type of shit that should be on their radar other than trying to catch me speeding or, on some bullshit. Just the way it is. Disrupt the whole family and create more statistics. That's all they doing. That's all they doing, DBM. Word. Jay gets real. What's good? Yo, I see you, man. Yo, good looking for stopping by, man. Word. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks, it's crazy because that's all they're doing is disrupting the family site, the family structure. You know what I mean? Because when you take a kid from a house where they're loved And you know what I mean? And you put them in a place where they have to adjust. And a lot of times there are good people out there that really want to help. But just as often, there's a lot of fucking creeps out there that want to hurt these kids that are just there to get that check. Because let's keep it a buck. Foster kids mean foster checks. That means money. And that's what these motherfuckers be in it for, yo. Let's not fool ourselves. And the government pays good money. You get 3-4 kids in your house, that's about $3,000-$5,000 you got coming to you every month. So you rooting for them not to go back home. You rooting for them motherfuckers to just say, yeah, their parents is unfit. Do you want to adopt them? Real shit. Yeah, yo, Jay, you know how it go, man. Like these people, a lot of people are monsters. And I'm not trying to make a blanket statement about everybody because there are some good, decent people that really are out here trying to provide a better living circumstance for kids that are in need. Because there are some kids that are legitimately in need of help, that need to get away from their parents. Because, you know, for whatever reason, the parents are fucking dangerous. The parents are fucking crackheads, whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, that they be cashing out on these kids every month. You getting 12, 13, 1400 a head. You got 3 kids. Do the math. You getting $4,200 just in those 3 kids, and they're not spending it on them. You think those kids is getting $1,400 worth of fucking of help? You think that they going and spending $400 or $500 and clothes on them all the time and buying them everything? Hell no. A lot of them motherfuckers is just out there. They filling their fridge and they filling their bank account and they doing what they want to do with that money. They're not spending it on the kid. The money is for the kid, but they're not spending it. A lot of the time, they're not spending it on the kid, man. A lot of them can't handle the responsibility just playing on the system. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a whole fact, man. And it's and we see this all the time. We see this isn't a, like, you know, this isn't something, and that's why I did this live, because this isn't something that just happened. It's a one-off and it's sad and whatever the case may be. Nah, man. This happens a lot, man. They come in our lives, they come in a lot of people's lives, and they fuck with you, man. They fuck with you. They go after your most prized possession, your children. They are there to take your children. I don't think there's anything more scarier than that. Like, yo, I don't want to go to jail. I'd rather go to jail than you take my kids, though. Like, to take it, like, that's, to me, like I said, man, and forgive me, because I'm sure there are good social workers out there that are really there trying to help and be and really help kids that need it. Hey, Smoley, doing the chat. Hi, Miss Tweety, how you doing? Salute to you. I don't care about if you're a good ACS worker. If you're on that side and sign that dotted line, you're an enemy, period. Hey, say less, Screens. Hey, I'm with you. Believe me, this subject hits home. This subject hits home, yo. It does. It does, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit is ugly out here. This shit is ugly out here. And like I said, I don't want to be one of these race baiting dudes and all this talk about this, but it's a fact. When it comes to that part of it, they look at the white family and they want to keep them intact. They look at our families and they think the best solution is to keep us apart. That's the way it looks. That's the way it seems. Let me ask y'all a question, and I ask people this shit all the time. How many times have you seen a black family with a white foster kid? Not many. I bet you probably could say on one hand how many times you've seen that. How many times you seen a black family get granted custody of a white foster kid? Not many. But let's do the reverse on that. How many times have you seen a white family with a black foster kid or a Spanish foster kid? Shit is crazy. That shit happens all the time. You go to a supermarket, go to a Walmart near you, I guarantee you in the shopping aisle, you're going to see a little black kid with a fucking white family. I guarantee you, I see it all the time. All the time. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's real sad. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going after the people that really, really, really are out here, whether they're white, black, Chinese. I don't give a fuck. There are good people in this world that really just want a chance to help a kid out of a bad situation. I'm not talking about them. These people are angels. These people are people that, you know what I mean, that should be celebrated. Not that. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that just look at those kids like dollar signs. They look at them and say, "That's what's your name? Oh, your name don't even. I don't even. Your name is 1400. Your name is 1400, and your name is 1400. That's it. That's how they look at them. You know what I'm saying? For real. Latinos get forgotten about it, shitted on the most because unlike other races, we take abuse and stay silent about it. They know we are an easy prey. Listen, it's sad. It's sad. I think that we are, in a lot of ways, we do get a lot of and you know what, I'm gonna say this, when it comes to the Puerto Rican people and all that, we're citizens. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do feel America does look at us, as far as the government, as second-rate citizens. We have no, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we have any seat in Congress or anything. We are, as far as American concerned, I feel we are second-rate citizens. But when we're talking about the other, however many Latino nations that you're talking about, whether it be Central America, South America, the Caribbean, like Dominican Republic and Cuba, and go on the list of, Mexico, and all the way down, Venezuela, everywhere. Yeah, they shit on the Latinos. They do because you know what? They know a lot of the time they don't have documents. they don't. You know what I'm saying? They use that to their advantage, and you're right. In a lot of cases, yo, it's sad to say, but you know how many times Mexicans was getting robbed around the way, beat the fuck up, something vicious, and they just took it. You know why? They wasn't gonna call the cops because they know they're not supposed to be in this country. They would take it because they knew they wasn't trying to call the cops and have the cops ask them for their fucking green card and all that shit. So they would just take it. I'm not proud of that. I'm sad about that. You know what I mean? Me as a younger man, a young kid coming up, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't understand that. I didn't even see it as that. I just looked at it as a come up of doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's awful to think about things that you know what I'm saying? That now as a man looking back and saying, God, what the fuck? It's bad. I get it, yo. I get it. Real shit. Queen's Finest, you know, you're not lying about that. You know what I mean? You're not lying about that. But it's this live right here. And like I said, I just, a lot of people, that's a fact, Jenny. It's life. You know what I'm saying? You know that, Jig, is like, it's life, man. We all, listen, man, I could tell a lot of my people that really check in on me and comment and all that. I know they on timing like me, like Jenny. I know she know what it is. She knows. Jay, everybody that really checks in at DBN, all these people, like, I know for facts that these people understand me on a deeper level. We're not just talking. We understand each other. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these dudes, sometimes I see the comments in a lot of these dudes' lives and shit, and I'm like, this dude, or I hear a dude talking on a live, and I'm like, this motherfucker don't know nothing about nothing. You could tell he's a clown. You know what I mean? Like, he never really been outside. He don't know what the fuck is going on. Yo, I appreciate you, Jay, man. Yo, salute to you, man. Salute to my guy, yo. You're a good dude. We had our times at the cafe, that you bugging out and shit. Yeah, salute to everybody, man. But these are topics that I really think that we should all be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think that the bigger platforms, I'm trying to get there, but I'm not there yet. But I think that the bigger platforms need to, you know what I'm saying? Need to touch on these things, man. Mental health is real, yo. These problems that we have as far as ACS, DCF, all these fucking agencies coming after our children is real. We are fit to raise our children. Sometimes do we need help? Absolutely. Everybody needs help. Did you ever heard the phrase that it takes a village to raise a child? Yeah, it does. Their first instinct shouldn't be to just take our children. This lady obviously got pushed over the edge. You know that. Miss Tweety, yeah, we used to bug out, man, late night. That shit was the roast session. And that shit used to get crazy, man. And yeah, shout out to Jazzo, man. I hope wherever he's at, he's doing this thing. Word. But yeah, yo, we need to talk about these things. We need to have more serious discussions regarding these issues, man. Fuck drill rap and all this other shit. Like, listen, that shit is just a reality of life. You know what I mean? And it's sad that these kids, because we were kids once. We were 17, 18, 16 years old, 20 years old, running around doing all type of reckless shit. And couldn't nobody tell us nothing. That's why it's sad, but sometimes I feel that we are wasting, and it's sad. It's what I'm about to say is sad. But I feel like we waste our time trying to talk to these 16, 17-year-olds. You can't talk to these kids. You couldn't talk to me, and I'm not even as wild as some of these kids are. These kids out there catching bodies at 16. Like, you couldn't tell me shit at 16. Believe me, every parent that I had, my mom, my dad, my stepdad, niggas in the street, everybody tried to tell me otherwise, and I thought I knew everything. I really did. So my thing is sitting here and trying to coach a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old who already got his mind made up and don't want to hear shit is a waste of time. What you need to do is get with these 9-year-olds, these 10-year-olds that can still be impacted positively. That if you bring it, you come into their life and you understand and you show them something other than what they see on a stupid ass drill music video. And I like drill music. I'm just saying the message in them is sad. It's chaos. So if you go and you catch these little 9-year-olds, these 10-year-olds, these 11-year-olds, and you sit down with them and you tell them what's real, that's how you break the cycle. That's how you break the cycle. That's my little thing about it. That's how I feel about it. Because at 16, 15, 17, you lost more than likely. And you're probably going to have to learn the hard way like most of us did, like I did, like most of us did. You know what I mean? We got to get them early. That's a fact, Jay. Like, we got to get them early. Catch these kids on the way up, like 9 years old, 8 years old, 10. That's when you can affect them. That's when you tell them, yo, that dude over there on the corner, he a lame. He gonna be the one on the phone crying about his girl fucking his man. Like, I'm telling you, I've been in jail with niggas like him. He's nobody. I'm telling you. He gonna be there asking niggas for soups. Him, that dude right there. He gonna be walking around asking somebody to give him a soup to make a pie. Real shit. Him, the dude that you looking up to, that dude right there. That dude right there the other dude, yeah, he gonna snitch. He gonna watch when they wrap his ass up. He gonna snitch on everybody. I'm telling you. They need to take them phones. Yo, that's a fact. But it's so like they've made it so like your phone is like yo. Have you ever? You know what's crazy? It's like a part of your body now. Cause yo, real shit. Last time I got locked up, and I'm in. Yo, the first 4 days. I was reaching in my pocket for no reason because I thought I had my phone. I was so used to going in your pocket, looking at your phone, seeing what time it is, doing this, going. Like, it's a fucking, like a reflex after a point. You just look and I had to come to that realization. It took like a week or two, honestly, for me to stop saying, yeah, I don't got a phone. The phone is right there. Like, that shit crazy. This shit crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, yo, like, the phones, man, it's hard. Like, real shit. People, yo, and all my Muslim people, I love y'all. And I respect y'all for y'all Ramadan and fasting and all that. Do 30 days without your phone, though. On the streets. Because when you're in jail, it's like, yeah, you know what, whatever. I can't get it anyway. You know what I mean? But when you in jail, when you on the streets, do 30 days without your phone. Matter of fact, just do it like Ramadan. Do it like Ramadan. Don't use your phone all day until the sun sets. I bet you can't do it. I bet you they got so much discipline with food in there, but that phone, I bet you they won't be able to do it. I guarantee you. For real though. American Links, yo, what up? What's going on, man? Salute. They have so much access that we didn't have. They do. They have so much. They have access to information. They got a computer in their pocket. You know what I mean? That's a fact. It's like you're not gonna be able to move without your wallet, your money, like your credit cards, whatever. Like, what the fuck? Same thing. Your phone is like it's an attachment. That shit is in your hand. It's in your pocket. It's somewhere near you. You like a fucking Duke Clint Eastwood in the Western. You reach in that pocket real quick for that phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard. But I agree with you. That's something that we all need to like for real. I see, and I'm not gonna point fingers because I do it the same way. I'm at a restaurant and then I'm on my phone. You know, my girl on her phone. Sometimes we'll be talking and all that. So they understand we got time in and shit. You know, so it's not like it's our first date. If it's your first date and y'all on your phones, it's something wrong. But you know, when you got time in, y'all sitting there scrolling, looking through this, whatever, talking shit, whatever the case may be, it is what it is. But I think we all have that. Like when you go to a restaurant, you see other people, not just us, other people the same way. Old people. You see people in their 50s and 60s on their phone. So it's not just a young thing. It's not just whatever. It's everybody. This shit is just everything. Like the phone is just, you know, it's crazy. But yeah, man. Getting back to the thing is just, you know, these are subjects that I think light needs to be shed on them. You know what I'm saying? This is something that affects us in a very, very personal, real way. You know, as a people, we need to look at it and understand that our children are our most prized possession. Not that Louis bag, not that fucking car you got in the driveway. Your children. They're the people that's gonna be able to change the way of the future. They're the people that's gonna be able to change your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because just because we were fuck ups at an age and we grew up to be whoever we are, and God bless us with all our growth and all the things, you know what I mean, the blessings that we got. But we got a chance through them to live righteously, to make sure that they never have to go through the bullshit we went through. To make sure that we drop all our knowledge, all our jewels into them and watch them and those their little plants and feed them with the water that they need and knowledge that they need to grow up. This shit is real, man. I feel bad for that lady. I do. I feel bad for her. Because not only is she mentally unstable, but now she has to deal with the realization that she killed her daughter. The one thing that she loved, that's a fact, Jenny. That's what your kids are. It's a second chance. That's little you. That's little you. Started all over, reborn. Now do your best with them. You know where, you know, I think I know where my parents went wrong, and not saying that they were bad parents, just saying that they didn't understand me. They were too much older than me. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't understand my, like, you know, the upbringing or the times that they were stuck in the old school and they didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? And it's not their fault. They did the best they could. I was hard-headed. I was an idiot. I did stupid shit. If I would have listened to them, God knows where I'd be. Explain what? What you want me to go back to, Jay? Nah, because, you know, we have a chance to, you know, make things right. We have a chance to push our kids in the right direction, man. And I think that we need to take every opportunity, you know, to put our best foot forward, man. Like, this shit is ugly out here. The world is not getting any better. It's not getting any easier. The cost of living is not going up, it's going down. I mean, it's not going down, it's going up. You know what I mean? Everything about the world is a lot harder than it was 20 years ago. And 20 years from now is going to be even harder than now. You know what I'm saying? And we need to prepare these kids for that. We need to understand that this shit is just, you know, this shit is real out here. This shit is real out here, man. That's why I don't really, you know, I don't sugarcoat shit when it comes to my kids. You know, I love them, but I want them to understand the world is a lot harder than, you know, a lot harsher than me. You know what I mean? The world is a lot harsher. It's about your parents not understanding you. Nah, yeah, you know, and I think that's a thing about it. You know, like, and I have two really young ones now. You know what I mean? Really young ones. So maybe I'll get to the point where I'm like my parents and I don't understand them. Because maybe 15 years from now, my old thinking has to be like just out of tune with everything. I don't know. I don't think so. I hope not. We all like to think that we're going to be the youngest, wildest, flyest dudes for the rest of our life and, the baddest chicks and all that for the rest of our lives. And maybe we will. But maybe the times will pass us by where we look at these kids and say, I just don't get it. I don't understand you because I'm already getting there with it. Like when I see these kids and the young, like the TikToks and the stupid shit that they be doing, I'm just looking at them like, never would I ever. Like we was never on this type of bullshit. Never. All we wanted, like, I don't know. I guess I grew up around a bunch of bad kids, I guess, because we didn't really want nothing to do that was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But this shit is real. This shit is real, man. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that I'm able to go and still be in tune with them and understand them and not really, have them look at me like, man, you old, man. Get the fuck out of here, So how do you get your kids to understand? Do you hand out ass if you needed, or you just talk? Nah, listen, we was outside, Jenny, you know that. But it's a case-by-case basis. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think that's where this generation and the generation behind, not the generations that were behind us, I think that's where they went wrong. Not enough parents putting hands on these kids. And I'm not saying, see, when you say putting hands on them, people mistake that with abusing them. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that correcting them, keeping them in line. Sometimes words aren't enough. Believe me, I know. My mom tried to talk me to death. She grounded me to death. She did all this shit to death, and that shit didn't work. Where maybe an ass whooping might have worked a little bit better. I'm not saying that it would. I'm just saying it's a case-by-case basis. Not every, you know what I'm saying? You get me. Not everything is to get an ass whooping. You know what I mean? Just like you can't be a maniac. That's abuse. Everything that a kid does, he drops the fucking juice on the couch, or there's an ass whooping, like, now you're abusing them. But if the kid is, if it calls for it, then you got to do that. You have to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's anybody's business, and that's where the ACS shit comes into play, because people are so fucking nosy. If they see you getting crazy, not crazy, but giving your kid kind of the business in fucking in a supermarket or something, you'll have people tell you, yo, what are you doing, dude? What the fuck? You mind your business. You don't know this. You seen this kid for all of 10 seconds. You don't know this little motherfucker been running me ragged for fucking 10 hours already? I'm tired of his ass. He need to know. Yeah, stop fucking with me. You know that? Like, people kill me. They jump in and jump out and want to act like, yo, mind your business. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? For real, Jay. Like, you know that. Every parent know that. I love my kids to death. But you want to see, I'm in the supermarket, the motherfucker been fucking with me the whole car ride over here. The whole day he been running around going crazy. I got a crazy mess to pick up because this motherfucker done fucked up the house all day. And I'm in this Walmart just trying to fucking shop. He asking for everything, jumping around, doing. And I finally tell him, yo, chill the fuck out. And somebody want to look at you and be like, oh, what, do you have to talk to him? Yeah, the fuck I got to talk to him. Like, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Yo, you seen 2 seconds of our whole day and you want to judge me on that. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is real. Shit is crazy. But like I said, man, I just hope, that we get, one day my son said, I'm going to call the cops on you, old boy. And I said, oh, yeah, when they get here, I'm going to fuck you up. Yo, Jenny crazy. That's a fact. Fuck out of here. Like, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to wait till they get here to beat that ass. I'm going to wait. I want them to be witnesses to this. Yeah, she wild, yeah. She's crazy. Nah, man. That shit, I'm telling you, man. Like, that shit is, But, yo, man, like I said, man, this is a serious subject. I really want people to really look at these situations and understand, man, what's going on. We are at war with the government, in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? They financially, we're at war with them, and they try to take your kids. They try to do all type of shit. This is some bullshit. They said, "Fuck you, think you're talking to?" I already know you're not playing them games with them, Jenny. But yo, man, y'all be good out there. Much love, Jenny. Jenny. It's nothing but love on this side. Jay gets real. My boy, Dirty Bronx native. You know, every Paulie Walnuts, you know, American Links, my boy West Adams, everybody, man, everybody, Miss Tweety, much love and respect to everybody. uh, I respect. I thank y'all for pulling up, man, and you know, y'all be good, man. Until what? Hold on, Biden just gave Ukraine 500 million. Sheesh. That's crazy, Jenny. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yo, thank you, Jay. You know what it is, man. You've been around, you know. We go back to the cafe, baby. Much love and respect to everybody. To the next time I'll see y'all. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay prayed up. Keep God first, man. Word to everything, man. Everything will work itself out. Love is love. One.